using box plots. A box plot uses that 5-number summary that we were finding and puts it into a graphical format. And what it's showing is just what it shows here. The minimum goes on one end, the maximum on the other, and then we make a box. That's why it's called box. We make a box where the lower end of the box is your Q1 marker, the upper end of the box is your Q3 marker, and your median has a line for the data where it should go. And so your box has one line inside, and that's to identify where the median is. So there's all our 5-number summary in a graphical form. The height of this box, it just needs to be a box. It doesn't have to be very wide at all. There's no information that you get from the width, just from the length. And down here, we must put the numbers that go with each of those markers. So here we have a 62 for the minimum for whatever this data set is. If we track down the Q1, it is somewhere between 66 and 70. The Q3 is somewhere fairly close to 78, and the max is somewhere just above 82. We can be even more precise on that, but we need to make sure that from each mark, each tick mark that we would put here, that they are the same distance apart as we go up, and that there are the same number of data values in between. So 66 minus 62 gives me 4. So I know there's 4 between here. 66 plus 4 gives me 70. 70 plus 4 gives me 74. 74 plus 4. Do you see how I'm not changing my scale at all? That's what you need to do when you make your box plot. The bottom needs to be consistent. So if this much is 2 at the start, it's 2 all the way through your box plot. You don't start here and go, oh, and I need 59 here, and then 150, and you've only gone just half of that distance. Okay, so make sure those distances are consistent there. And then let's see, using this box plot that was already made from us, it says these numbers are values from your data set, and using this box plot, estimate each of the values of the 5-number summary. So we kind of looked at them a little bit, so we have to now guess what are the values. So I'm going to say the minimum is 62. My Q1, now I have to estimate, I know there's 4 in between here now, so I'm glad I thought through that. So that looks like maybe 68, we'll say. And my Q2, or my mean, is, let's see, we didn't mark that one down. That looks exactly in the middle. We'll call that 72. My Q3, the Q3, when we bring that down, we'll call that 77. I'm just estimating based on how far away it is, and now that I know there's only 4 in between, it makes it a little bit easier. And then my max is, we'll call that 83 because it's not halfway. Okay, so there are my estimates for the 5-number summary. The mid-range is the average of the minimum and the maximum data values. Estimate the mid-range from the box plot, the average of the minimum and the maximum. So that means I add them up, 62 plus 83, and I divide by 2 because I want the average. So I'll do that on my calculator. 62 plus 83 equals, divided by 2, I get 72.5 is the mid-range. How does that compare to my median, I wonder? So I'm looking, oh, it's very close. My median is 72, and the 72.5 is my mid-range. So they're pretty close for this data set.